we need Kobe Mino in this team. And this is also to jump off another point I see on Twitter, and I know Twitter is stupid. Stop making potential United XIs without Kobe Mino and without Carrington players. I'm sick of it.
How about they just stop making lineups in general? Because they all suck. There's also that
They're
too.
bad.
Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Shirtless Plantain Show. This is the Manchester United edition. You have myself, Tosin, as always. Tomi's my co-host. Fella, how you doing today, man? Everything's good?
Yes, sir. I'm good. I'm chilling. What about you?
Man, I'm fantastic, man. It's been a weekend, it's just been busy. But listen, I'm alive. United lost. So let's get into that. Let's do something different this time. What was the positives that you saw this weekend?
From the team, Zirkzee. There's a spot on this team anywhere you like, man. I don't care. Again, needs to be more clinical and take more shots, but he helps this team in so many ways. So many ways. Zirkzee, I'm applauding you. Not Lindelof, God forbid. Delit, yeah, Delit was amazing today. Good Lord, amazing, amazing. And we got to see Heaven. And I'm not gonna hold you. He came on for extra time, and then the 30 or so minutes, 40 extra time. The minutes he played, he was very good. He was very comfortable on the ball,
Yeah.
and he had like 2 or 3 interceptions that were pretty vital. And he just seems like he just goes about his business back there. You won't hear the commentators call his name too much because he's like doing anything catastrophic, and I like that. So also the biggest one, Chido Obi, you earned yourself. I personally think he earned himself a starting spot soon. I know in the run of games, I think we have relegation 6-pointer coming up, so I think he can play in one of those games. So
Yeah.
those are some of the positives. Honestly, I think it was a lot of positives to take from this.
Yeah, I mean, I've seen it from the jump. I can see exactly what Ruben's trying to do. There are some tweaks that he does need to make, but you can see if you try to be non-biased and not try to reminisce on Ole Gunnar Solskjaer, Jose Mourinho, whatever choice Man United manager you want to choose. But there is some sort of positive from this coach, right? There is some sort of positive from the way he wants to set up, and you can see it. It's just, again, I'm a chef, right? If I don't have the right knife and the right onion and the right potatoes, like the food's not gonna come out well, But you can kind of see what food the chef will make if he had just a decent amount of ingredients. But when the chef has no ingredients, you're gonna get a shit sandwich. It just is
Yeah,
what it is. So yeah, I mean, for me, Zirkzee was another one that looked good. Chido Obi showed he was good. I mean, Bruno, the less said, the more. I mean,
yeah.
Bruno's just great. He is what he is. Christian Eriksen looks spry a little bit, but again, he's getting older. Trying to think of who else do I like out there. Dalot actually, for once, put in some crosses, so he looked decent.
Finally.
But neither here nor there. Lenny Euro, again, great player.
Yo, yeah, thank you. I like, again, I'm not gonna say he's like world class or he should be starting every game for us now, but I
Mhm.
think he's earned significant minutes for the that left side for the rest of the season.
Yeah, for sure.
And I absolutely, and also this is like projecting to the future a little bit. A back three or like any combination defense of him, Heaven, and
Yeah.
Goodwill, whatever. I like that. Just black, strong, and fast. Good Lord.
Yeah, I mean, I think that Lenny would probably have to play right center back and
Yo,
having
yeah, for that one, yeah, because Hayden is a
because
lefty.
there's
Yeah,
those two, Godswill and Heaven are
they're
both two
both
lefties.
lefties.
Yeah, they're both lefties. Yeah,
Oh, I like that.
they're both lefties. But I wasn't expecting much from today. I'm actually not expecting much from any of the rest of the games for this season. I'm really not. Just don't get relegated. That's really the biggest thing. Out the FA Cup, the league is done. We got Europa League. Like, we got a miracle to hang on to that. We play Sociedad on Thursday, then Arsenal on Sunday. And it's rough, man. You can tell, like, the injuries have hit this club badly. That Mason Mount maybe would have been a warm body to put. Luke Shaw maybe, but those two just aren't really real people. They don't exist. Kobe hurt.
We're over here trying to fight AI. That's where we need to start. Luke Shaw is AI. You cannot tell me he's not.
He's
But
Chat GPT, Gemini.
yeah, but also, I know you were talking about like Mason Mount because I could tell after a while, like we did need to freshen up that midfield. Because
Yeah.
like you said, Ericsson is again. I don't. I won't say a bad word about Ericsson. Not only because of what he survived.
Hmm.
I won't say too much of a bad word about Ericsson because like I've also seen his career. Like I've seen him when he was a youngster at
I
Ajax to the Spurs to the incident to Brentford. Like I've seen Ericsson play, and he's always that midfielder that like I've always enjoyed, and he's done great things everywhere he's gone. So I feel like this isn't him. Oh, he sucks. It's old age. You get me? And there's only so much you can do when everyone else is like 26, 27, tall, strong, just running by you. So there's only so much you can do. But I do want to use that to platform. Like, I hope you people that were trying to talk down on Kobe see how important he is in this midfield. I genuinely want you guys to see. There's something about I played midfield growing up, and I played again. I played at a decent level. Didn't make it like to the MLS, the league, but I would say I'm pretty good. You we know you're good. The thing about midfielders is a lot of people don't understand what midfielders are supposed to do or what different roles in the midfield, or they don't understand when a midfielder is doing something good.
Yeah.
You guys saw Kobe Mino not scoring as many goals as he did last season, or you weren't seeing since he wasn't the new kid on the block, you weren't seeing the constant compilations, right? So you guys just automatically went with, oh, he sucks, he's having aggression. He was having a very good season. And when I say very good, I mean pretty good on both sides. He was strong defensively, great ball carrying, and his passing, which was his biggest critique that I had personally, but he's 19, so it was just not it's not like me beating him over the head with it. I'm saying something he can improve on has been getting better. Again, we need Kobe Mino in this team. And this is also to jump off another point I see on Twitter, and I know Twitter is stupid. Stop making potential United XIs without Kobe Mino and without Carrington players. I'm sick of it. That's just my little like nitpicky rant. Stop that.
How about they just stop making lineups in general because they all suck. There's also
Yo,
that
they're
too.
bad. They're
All your
bad.
lineups are just trash. But the thing that I learned from United, and I gotta learn it, but it's like I really wish you could just drive through people's skulls. The recruitment on this team, this whole entire squad, this is what you've been getting for the last 10 years. You keep, you don't properly invest, you don't properly go buy players who have a lot of potential, who have a lot of the right mentality. And this is what happens. United right now is a squad that a good 90% have to go. And that's being nice to say 90%. You can tell like a lot of these players, bless their hearts, they try week in and week out. They run, they try bust along, they just don't have it. I was watching when Rasmus he kept, doing back heels. I'm just like, yo, why are you doing this? It's like I understand, like his confidence must be shot. But to see your striker who's 6'3", 6'2", instead of him to be running defenders, like you almost feel sorry for him when you're just like, yo, what are you doing? Like Garnacho does this too, where he runs out of bounds, or he doesn't pick up his head, or he doesn't strike the ball properly. It's like the talent is there, but it's like I don't know what it is with this club where everyone just gets blockheads, where they just forget how to actually play the sport. And it's not just our forwards, it's our midfielders, it's our
It's our
defenders,
goalie.
especially our goalkeeper. Like he doesn't know when to when to slow the game down, when to pick it
When
up.
to speed it up,
He
he
doesn't know
always
how to
just
do anything.
slows it down.
Yeah.
But yeah, I do agree with you on the mental block is and again, I want to we're not we're not chastising these players saying they suck, they should never play again. It's in relative to their peers and what we expect from this club. Garnacho is not a bad player. He's a daft player at times, absolutely. He's also a 21-year-old who like he did today, came off the bench and was good. It was that spark, but then you start asking him to finish, starting him to create too much, and then you start to see where it's not clicking. And Rasmus, then back heels, brother. Like you said, the confidence definitely shot because some of the shots he was taking last season, he's not even shooting. He's not shooting, and that's how you can tell a striker with no confidence when they're not even attempting to shoot because that means they're scared to miss. And if
Mm.
you're a striker, if you're scared to miss, oh, it's you need time you need time on the bench or in Valhalla training or praying. I don't know.
Or Sing Sing or prison somewhere. I don't know, but it's bad, and it's just like losing to Fulham wasn't even like not expected. He kind of thought like, well, but Fulham did have some players who play well, so they want to give them their flowers. Calvin Bassey, I don't know if he's a footballer or a wrestler, but he be doing things. That's what Calvin
He
Bassey does.
he does both well.
Yeah, he
He
does.
does both well.
Yeah.
And Sanderberg too.
Yes. That he stood out. He was very good. Another player United player fans turn their nose up at. So,
I, I when we're linked to him, I was like, I wanted him before he went to Brentford. No, not Brentford. What was he at?
I think Sunderland. I think no.
No,
Sheffield
no.
or something like
Yeah, Sheffield. Before he went to Sheffield, I wanted him, and I was like, Sheffield got a steal, and we could have gotten him.
no,
We
he
should
was
have
at
gotten him.
Burnley, excuse me. He was it
But
was
well,
it was Sheffield so he was ganked to Sheffield United to Burnley to Fulham.
okay. Well, he's a pretty good player, guys. You guys have to stop looking at names. Look at good players. That's my thing.
But yeah, I mean, out the FA Cup, only thing we have on right now is Europa League by thread, and it's rough. I understand United's fans' frustrations, but today, I just think the clear consensus is that you can't blame the manager for anything. You can say you can play 4-back, 3-back, 2-back, 1-back if you wanted to, sit whatever. How many backs do you want to have back there? None. The more, the less than none. It's not a good squad, and this is just years and years of bad recruitment, years and years of just spending money on poor players. Like, buying Mason Mount and Casemiro for that combined amount of money, you didn't have to do that.
Buying Mount in general, it's bad. And you know me, we talk off here all the time. We're real life friends. You know how I feel about Amorim. I do believe he deserves some blame. But I will say, this past 4 games, I think his hands has been clean. Like, for the game wise. Like, you can't look at this stuff and be like, oh, Amorim, what are you doing? Like, the season overall, whatever, fair. To you your own. Like, I'm not saying fire the guy. Please don't be stupid.
We don't have money to fire him in the first place.
They'll start doing that Barca thing, sending out text messages to their fans. But these past 4 games, you have to look at this team and be like, oh yeah, you guys are just dumb. Like, you guys just suck. You're dumb. And again, also, I don't want to just make it sound like, oh, we just didn't do well. Fulham was very good. Like, Fulham are a good team in general with good players. Anthony Robinson, Iwobi too. Iwobi was another good player. So
Can I talk
hey
about
man,
Iwobi real quick? I've always
yeah.
rated Iwobi. I've always had time for Iwobi. I've always thought Iwobi was a good player, even when I saw my Arsenal, and I've always felt Iwobi was good, and people laughed at me. I'm like, look, man, Iwobi's a good player. I've seen him for Nigeria a lot. It's a very good player, tidy player. So I'm glad that Iwobi's getting his flowers because he's a very good player. He's not gonna light up the world. It's not gonna be like an absolute sexy player who's gonna get 20 goals and 10 assists. Like, that's not his game. Iwobi keeps it simple. Iwobi will take you on. He did a roulette today. Near the sideline, he did a Ronaldo.
I saw that.
He did a Zidane. Yeah, and I was like, oh.
It will be the perfect 8, man. That man keeps the ball and keeps it moving and can pass. Like, there's nothing else I ask from an 8. Keep the ball, he can dribble, he can turn, and he can run at you, and he can pass.
Yeah.
Like, that's a player every team needs, guys. Which is why hey, whatever.
We
That's a
got
good player.
midfield. We don't have players who can run at people, and it's frustrating because Bruno is trying so hard to no avail. Zirkzee's trying. You can see when Zirkzee dribbles past the play, he's looking for an option. He doesn't have options. Chido Obi, he's still young. I love what Zirkzee did with him when Zirkzee put his hands around him.
Yeah, picked his head up. Also, bro, I'm not sure if you deeped it. When he came on, him and Zirkzee were combining pretty well. That 1-2 was there.
Yeah.
It was not there with Rasmus. It's not there with Garnacho's problem is like you said in the chat, he doesn't pass to certain players. But Garnacho does not believe in 1-2, and it bothers me. Like, brother, I don't think you understand. A 1-2 with his pace, and directness, it will help you. Not only will it help the team, it will help you, bro.
Yeah. It's funny, we missed one game without Dorgo and realized how good he is for and how important Patrick Dorgo is for us. Again, we just said 3 Nigerians' names, and those are the ones who are helping Man United out. Again,
listen, when the world is in trouble, you guys always call Nigerian men. It's facts. You can deny it all you want. It's right there.
We always at the crime of the scene. There's always something with Nigerian men. We're always somewhere doing something. But I mean, listen, it's one of these things that I don't even feel bad that we lost. I mean, Lindelof taking the penalty was just terrible. That penalty was, boy, he had no conviction in his penalty whatsoever. I'm
Oh,
like, you know what, man?
I could hear his knees shaking, the man. I mean, yeah, like you
He was
just
scared.
and y'all know how I know. And people are gonna point out that FA Cup penalty he took against Coventry. I don't think if you guys watched that penalty, he was surprised he made it. Did you see his
Mhm.
face after he scored it? Man, he should not have taken a penalty. Also, Zirkzee shouldn't have either. I'm sorry. Not because he's better than
His,
him. That
his
man did
legs were done.
he they were done by the 90 by the middle of the first half of extra time. That man wasn't running anymore. He couldn't.
No.
So but again, I get it. You're not sending Chido Obi to take a penalty. You're not sending Onana to take a penalty. Also, speaking of Onana, I'm gonna circle back to him real quick. I don't I figured out my biggest problem with him, and I said this a while ago, and I'm doubling down. The thing you said about him not knowing when to speed the game up, not when to slow it up, that's a problem. But also, he takes so long. He makes everything look harder than it has to be.
Extra labor.
Passing, yes, passing out the back, diving, catching. He always just adds extra steps. The box says turn on the oven and put the chicken nuggets in. This man's over here. Do I need to slice the chicken nuggets? Do I need to add any sauce? No. Just stick to the basics. Like anytime I'm playing, anytime I'm coaching, if I see like a player or something is like messing up, hold on. Go back to the basics first. Build on the basics. Do the basics right, and then we can build from there. That guy just doesn't believe in any of that.
He doesn't believe in anything.
Bro, my man said he's a 20-year-old African with a high top. That's not that's a dangerous man.
He wanted to be a police officer in Cameroon. Do you know how wicked of a person to want to be a policeman in Africa? This man wanted to violate somebody's rights. That's what he wanted to do.
His parents sent him to school, and he came home one day. A policeman. That's my future. You're a sick
Afterward, he
man.
said, "I'm going to be a goalkeeper." We should have known something was wrong
Man,
with him.
Mom, can you imagine him? He's like 6'2", 6'3".
That man plays like he's 5'5".
Yeah, he plays like he's tiny. Oh my God.
Yeah, but listen, man, it's one of these things where I hope Ruben gets to use more academy players like Jack Morehouse and like Jim Thwaites and like even Kamasa and like just at this point, what can you lose?
That's my thing. I'm like, don't use them in the Europa. I think some of them can be used in Europa League, but don't use them for the big games. Rest of the season, see what they do, man. Because also, which one is the attacking midfielder? Fletcher, is that Jack or
Yeah, I think
Tyler?
it's Jack. Yeah.
Is Jack? He's very good. Also, Tyler, he has something. He may not be like. I think he can be like another. He can be his dad. He can be his dad. I think Tyler's better than his dad. I
Hey,
think he can be.
if anybody from my academy wants to be Darren Fletcher, you have become a miracle in my eyes because Darren Fletcher right now would be easily the best midfielder we have.
Listen,
So
I was watching Michael Carrick highlights. Don't ask me why. Michael Carrick will come in this team and man, Ballon d'Or impact ASAP.
we used to have men. We used to have standards. We used to have OGs. Rooney said the best about Rasmus. Like when I was younger, I had older players to look up to in the squad, so I couldn't mess up. Rasmus doesn't have that. He has to be the man, and it's true. It's like I feel bad for him because he has to be United's savior, but there is no saving Manchester United Football Club. But again, listen, we're just preaching to the choir. We're just having fun and talking about our team because I'm not down and depressed about it.
I'm actually not.
I know where this is gonna go. It has to get worse before it gets better. It sucks, but it is what it is. This is our medicine. You got to eat your medicine. And for you non-United fans making stupid jokes, don't do that because
These jokes are not funny.
yeah,
Like
you're
flat
not
out.
you're not funny and you're not handsome and you're not cute and you're not pretty. So don't do that. Okay, go use some chapstick and leave us alone. Um, but yeah, we got Sociedad on Thursday, Arsenal on Sunday. I've never won an international break so bad in my life. Let me watch
We're
night.
winning both of those games, by the way. That's mine. At the end of the day, I'm still a United fan. I'm delusional. We're winning both of those games.
He
I
said, he
don't
said,
care.
he said, he said, for fuck it. I'm
You feel me?
irrationally. So FA Cup
All
draw
the
came out, by the way.
oh
Fulham Crystal Palace, Preston versus Villa, Bournemouth versus City, Brighton versus Ipswich Nottingham Forest. So hey,
hey, listen. Uh, now my attention is turned in the FA Cup. My attention is turned to Mister MBE. If anyone has to win the FA Cup, it has to be a United boy putting his hands on that trophy again.
boy,
They most likely won't.
do you see what my focus is? Look at this. Hold on. That's my focus right there. Right.
Man, listen, the draft is coming up. We need a cornerback and we need some fucking line help. Good lord,
Ravens
on
need
both sides.
Ravens need an edge rusher, offensive line, defensive line. Uh, the Haram and me wants to go get that safety. So Cal Ham,
You know, I yeah, the from
the
South
Igbo boy,
Carolina. Yes,
yeah, the
you
Igbo boy,
know,
yeah.
yeah, from South Carolina. I want, bro. I saw that combine stats. I'm like, please, please.
No,
This one time, I hope xenophobia and racism win, so he falls to us.
listen, I saw his middle name and I was like, oh, I know what you are. You one of them super Igbo niggas. Oh, I know exactly what you are. Look at us
Bro,
getting distracted talking about other football when we talking about the regular football. But yeah, I mean, listen, it's gonna be a rough season, United fans. But Tommy and I know this. You're gonna be all right. It's almost summertime. Go outside, man. Listen, we had really nice weather in New York the other day, bro. It's like mid 50s, 60s. I was like, wow, this is
that
beautiful.
was the same over here was really nice too. I want to go play soccer in DC. I was like, yep, this is it healed me. You know, that meme on Twitter, I'm like, I needed this. That was literally me.
Yeah.
After the session, I was just sitting down, looking around. I needed this.
Yeah, sometimes you just go outside and kick ball, man. But yeah, I mean, I would love to see more Aiden Heaven. Love to see a little bit more Cheeto minutes. Jack Morehouse, Jim Thwaites. I really want to see some of these U18 players get some minutes because we're at this point in the season where it's done, man. Like if we get knocked out of Europa League, what do we have left? We'll just count down the days till summertime, So let the
Literally,
kids play. Let the kids play.
I
Let the
want.
kids.
Yeah, speaking of the kid, like you said, that Jaden, I can't pronounce his last name. Kamasin, yeah. I'm like I knew of him, but when I was watching the youth FA Cup, he surprised me a lot. I think he can. Let's just see what he can for let's see what he can do for like a cool 5-10 minutes, and then yeah.
Montanto
But
came
yeah,
on as well and looked solid as well.
that was the guy that scored, right? The
Yeah,
winner.
yeah,
I like him.
yeah.
I don't know. I know. I don't know his position. I just know he plays football. He plays it well.
He plays left back, right wing, but all you know is that he's a footballer. That's really all you got.
Yes. Yeah.
Max Dowman looked good too. That kid is
Man,
he's
15.
he's everything that they said that he is. He's everything they said he is.
15.
Yeah.
Bro, I think what the penalty he won, the way
Mhm.
he was abusing our center back, I'm like, nah, that's not right. I don't blame him for fouling him. Are you bad? Are you mad?
Fab. He's 15. That's a madness.
15.
Absolutely ridiculous. Yeah.
Damn,
Yeah.
damn, man. North London Timothy Chalamet. Balling, man. Balling.
Anything you
God.
have before we get out of here, man?
Our women's team won 2-0. Our goalie, can't pronounce her name either. All you long people, you long last names. She has 10 clean sheets and 15 appearances. So,
Mm-hmm.
and only like 6 points off the top. So keep praying for a Chelsea slip up.
Yeah.
But besides that, go outside, man. Drink
Yeah.
some
I
tea.
mean, 18's won against Arsenal. Unfortunately, Gacy, has having troubles at United, which is just another black eye in this club. It's annoying.
It's
It's
nasty.
tiring, man. Like it's really retiring when this is nothing but bad news that comes about your club every single week. It's just at some point you're just like, yo, I'm tired of this, So
Yeah. And like we were saying, like we don't the play, it's like you said, we're in a law right now. It has to get better. I mean, it has to get worse before it gets better. Most of my annoyance comes from like the off the field stuff. Because you always hear some wild stuff and you're like, this can be avoided. Just don't be bad people.
well, I'm tired. Anyways,
Yeah.
Man United lost to Fulham, unfortunately out the FA Cup. But Sociedad on Thursday, Arsenal on Sunday. Hope they can rectify this. But United need more bodies back, man, because this is not fun. These
I'm
players,
hoping Collier can be back soon.
I'm hoping Jesus can come back soon so we can hit the trumpet and we can go go. That's what I want. Somebody blast the trumpet. Let's call it. But Ramadan Kareem to everybody who celebrates.
Ramadan Kareem.
Those who are doing Lent this week, just continue praying. Be good. Be a good person. That's all we can. That's all we can do. No matter what your race is and what your ethnicity is, just be a good person to people. How about that?
Also,
yeah.
random fight anti-intellectualism because on the main podcast, I was attacked by asking a question. Okay, they're trying to silence me here, guys, and I need your support. Get Dean and Coach fired. Who's the HR here? Is it you? If you're HR, then I'm screwed.
We actually do have HR, but she's the Arsenal fan, so it's not.
Never mind then. Then I won't be speaking to HR.
I am the co-founder. I'm the co-chair of HR too, so you're screwed.
Oh gosh.
I'm an 80s Republican when it comes to you. Get
Pull
these
yourself up
blacks
by the
out of my
boots.
flank. All right, we're out for everyone. Take it easy. Peace.
Peace.
Oh man.
Hey folks, this is Dean from the Shirtless Plantain Show. Don't forget to subscribe, comment, and follow us on all our socials. You can see them right beneath our recordings in every video. Thanks again, and see you on the next one.